I believe it's time to take out the trash, darling. Good morning. This is Natalie of the Watch Natalie channel, spelled Natalee. I am here to do part of your daily reading for Tuesday, August 13th, 2019. Just keep in mind that time isn't real. There's just energy and attention and priorities. Okay, so the day is going to be a little bit chopped up today. So this, okay, oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so I can feel the downloads of this day are going to pivot in different directions. So this format, when I do good morning, news spread, good afternoon, news spread, that'll work really well for this. So that's what we're doing. This is going to be a separate spread from the rest of the spreads today. They'll all be pretty independent. They might dance around the same issue or situation, maybe come at it from different angles, but I can feel that there's going to be some peaks and valleys, okay? And this early download that I got is to take out the trash. Something about trash, something about garbage, something about, oh, I just saw someone purging. Not throwing up purging, although that could be the case, but feeling negative things for the purpose of releasing it. Something you didn't, this wasn't in the forefront of your attention. It's not whatever's been stressing you out like lately. This isn't something that's been on your mind recently. It may have in the past, but it's sort of like new old. Okay. So let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is about. Oh, 2 cards right away. Whoa. So this is definitely demanding all of your strength. It's completely consumed your attention, your efforts, your energy. This is something that's really been taking everything out of you. You've really had to persevere in this. It's like it came back, it's like it reared its head. It's reared its head again. And guys, I'm trying a different setting for this focusing for this camera. So if it doesn't look good, if we're not, good to go after today's recordings, then I consider this camera having shat the bed and it will be taken back in exchange for a different camera. Okay, so let me know in the comments below what you think of this the new settings. Okay, so yeah, so this is something from the past coming back to rear its head for the purpose of you finally putting it behind you once and for all. I don't even need more cards, to be very honest with you. I just need these 2 because this is exactly what I felt. This is exactly what I saw. I saw that there's something about expelling, like I said, purging, expelling, getting rid of, and whatever this has to do with, it's actually commanding you to bow down in a certain way to the situation, to really let go and surrender. This lion has to surrender to her eyes. That beast, Beauty and the Beast, has to surrender to this feminine, this person. There's some part of you that has to surrender still. I know, it's not fun. But honestly, you will feel so much better when you let it go. When you finally resolve this and just say, fucking fine, okay, I surrender. Okay, it's yours. Take it up, universe. It's yours to do with what you will. I can only control myself. I can't control the outcomes. I can't control what people think about me, say about me, feel about me. I can just be responsible for my output, my energetic output. That's it. So the rest, I leave it up to the cosmos. That's you letting the energies, okay? And that's what this is calling. I feel like this is a control issue. I feel like there could be some part of you that is still being triggered. Don't be triggered now. Don't get all triggered because I said trigger. Okay? But it is sort of being triggered. It's sort of, I mean, even me starting with saying it's time to take out the trash, that could be, what do you mean, Natalie? You know, it can be triggering. So just try to, you know, watch yourself if there's something you come across that is triggering. It's a good clue, okay? And that's what we are here. We're these little detectives learning about ourselves, getting back to ourselves, figuring ourselves out, learning new things about who we are, who we really are, what we really are. Okay? This is a great opportunity to take out the trash once and for all, do another little purge, you know, because you clean your house, you clean your car, and then it accumulates. It just builds up little by little. It starts with one wrapper. My car, oh my God, it's like the apocalypse. It's bad. It starts, but I love to just clean it all out, like one big, and then it's like I like every part of it. It's like it starts with one little wrapper that I'm like, it's so clean, I can leave one little wrapper on the seat or on the dash or something. And then it turns into the next time I leave, you know, a Ziploc with salt in it behind because of the chips or whatever. And it's like, oh, I was rushing. I had to run in, run out, whatever. So I can leave those two things behind, the wrapper and the Ziploc. And then before you know it, it's like embarrassing. I mean, I should be embarrassed, but I don't know, something about certain clutter, it just feels, this is like a Cancer rising thing. Some of you have gotten sort of nostalgic about that clutter, a little bit nostalgic. Oh my God, I kept this trash in the backseat of my car for months. There's this toy called LOL toys that my niece loves. And it's like the packaging is garbage, okay? It's very not sustainable. I actually thought about communicating to this company to make a better product that is more economically and ecologically like responsible. Anyway, so you take the wrapper off this thing and there's this puzzle and you have to figure the whole thing out. And we played with it in the car and she opened it. It was great memory. I kept that trash in the backseat of my car for months. Because every time I looked in the back seat and saw the wrappers and the pink and the LOL, I just remembered that memory and I thought, oh, that was so nice. That was such a nice time. But it's trash. Okay, it's actual trash in the backseat of my car. It took me a long time. I saved one scrap, but I threw the rest away. Okay, so this whole thing about purging, getting rid of the trash in your life, whether it's relationships, physical clutter, stuff from your exes, whatever, whatever that is, you have to rein it in. You're the one that has to discipline yourself in order to close it out so that you can move on to the next. You know, it's almost like you don't want to let go of it because it's familiar to you, but it's not really appropriate anymore. Okay. Pull one more card. Also, I'm going to get out like all of the weeklies tonight. I'm just gonna there won't be any extendeds. So if you guys need any more energy work, you'll have to book a personal reading or just wait till next week when I'm gonna try to get back into a great flow. Okay, so what's this? Ooh. Something came to light. Something came to your attention. See, you didn't know that this trash needed to get taken out. You just getting in the car, just driving, not really seeing all of the little pieces of trash around you, not really paying attention to it, and then something just, oh my God, there's maggots in the car, in the carpet of my car. What the? Let's see what this Page of Wands has to do with. Something came to light, some news. Oh shit. This is traditionally newspaper, newsreels, internet articles, text alerts on the phone, you know, but something really, a big, bright, bold communication coming straight to you. And this is what kind of brought it front and center for you to examine again and say, oh, this is trash, I gotta take it out. Next we have the Queen of Swords. That's the attitude you're going to take to this. This is exactly it. You're cutting it out. You're cutting out the trash. You're cutting out the necrotic tissue in your body. It's a purge, it's a cutting out, it's really, and this is going to come from your logic. This is, you were sentimental about the trash. You let it slide, 1 wrapper, 2 wrappers, a takeout container. It's fine, it's fine. Well, you know what? Now it looks like Natalie's car. And Natalie's car looks like the apocalypse of chocolate wrappers, anyway, so you know what I'm saying though. Now you're looking at it with this kind of eye going, you know, you've got this spotlight on it. Whatever this was that came up to light, whatever this big announcement, I don't know, it could have been an announcement, maybe not. Could have been something you saw on Facebook. Could have been something that just popped up in your feed on Facebook, or a friend told you about. You know, you hear it in a circle, the circles you move in, something like that. And you go, oh no, oh no, 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 oh no. Queen of Swords. The reason why she comes off as super cold and aloof and like cruel is because she wants the truth first. Like if you just give her the truth right up front, she's not harsh like that. She's not cold and aloof and cutthroat and, you know, all those things that people say about her. She's fine. She makes logical decisions. She just wants to get to the root of it. She just wants to get to the truth of the matter. If this trash is a person situation and there's like a blowout or there's something coming to the conversation happening, because she could also start a conversation. You are using your inner Queen of Swords to do this. So it's logical, rational, reasonable, stern, for the good, for the greater good. These are your first 2 cards. First 2 cards is for the greater good. And the Queen has the intention of putting up the boundary, cutting out with that sword of truth, so that nothing gets inside her gates, her kingdom. It's in service to her constituents. It's in service to her feelings. So you are bringing out your Queen of Swords to protect yourself. So bravo. See how she holds up her hand? It's to give permission or deny entrance. You may rise off your knees to speak to me and to make your case, and it better be good. Is it good? Is it good? It's not good. If this is another person, their case isn't quite strong. They're going to say, okay, it doesn't matter what they say, because the truth of the matter is that they're holding on to this energy that, okay, you're not supposed to stay in the hermit energy. You're not supposed to stay on the top of the mountain. Someone's holding on to the person you're dealing with wants to stay lost. They want to stay pondering, soul searching. They don't actually want enlightenment. Let me put it that way. They might come to you as worried, fearful, lost, confused, needing your guidance. They could come to you wanting you to be their mentor. The hermit is the mentor because they've gone up and but they're holding, this is a codependency. They're holding on to you being understanding, being sentimental, being nostalgic specifically, and you're not hearing it. This is the wrong approach. This approach worked for them time and time again in the past. It's not relevant to you anymore. You're not that person anymore. You're not using that energy anymore. That's why to throw out the trash, to close out this cycle, it takes all of your strength. This could be a dear friend. It could be a family member. I don't know. But whether they are your best friend or arch competitor, this is their energy. Holding on to the lie. This is the lie. They're not really here. if it's not a lie. They're deluding themselves. And they can't see, think, act, behave right, clearly, or with good intention towards you. Let's clarify the Hermit and the Four of Pentacles to get more into this person that is approaching you, might approach you, that this has to... This has to do with work. This has to do with work and the day-to-day. This person could have tried to sabotage you behind your back. They're showing up as domineering. The Emperor, domineering. Three of Pentacles at work. Look at how there's three. There could be three of you. There could be three parts, three projects, 3 months, 3 days, 3 years, 30 years. I don't know. Something about the three. See how they're all supposed to collaborate? This person was in your day-to-day life. At work, they were your boss. No, not likely. Likely you were either their boss or had more power, more leverage, and they're coming across domineering in their own way. They're coming, this is behind the scenes. This is their energy. They're coming across secretive. Ooh, they're secretive. They have a lot of secrets. I know this reading is going long, bear with me, but this is an important message for someone to hear. Either one of you or a few of you. Take it as it resonates, okay, guys? Read my description box below about the energy work that we do in this reading and what it means to resonate, please. Thank you. So this person is holding on to secrets. They're holding on to... This person has their own issues, so don't judge them. Just know. This is just for you to know. This person has their own issues. They have their own issues with secrecy and insecurity and all of that. It's the driving force. Manipulative. I don't like this combination. Okay. You don't want to hold on to the hermit mode. You don't. This person holds on really tight to this identity, this relationship, this way of relating. The way you two relate is like their power. Oof. But behind that, look at how different they're showing up. To you, they're the hermit. They're forever the hermit. They're forever looking for the light. I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to do this. Well, you know what? They're trying to come across sincere to you. Innocent. They're not. Domineering. Day-to-day. Work. This is someone you work with, you have worked with in the past. They could be someone that you've helped get work. You put in a good word for them. Maybe they helped you and then you helped them. The Page of Pentacles rehearses their lines in that pentacle, the reflection of that pentacle. I always see that as getting ready in the morning, looking in the mirror and getting ready for the day. This person talks to themselves. They talk to themselves about you. I'm just the messenger. They're domineering. It's almost like they psych themselves up. They're very much... This is interesting. They're blocking me. This energy is blocking me right now. So there is some truth to this. This person has a really sophisticated control of their energy. I don't know if they know this or not. They're really good at manipulating their own energy, their own emotions, their own emotional energy. This is their choice. They could have picked different. They would have been successful if they had gone like the straight way instead of getting you involved. Because there's lack of boundaries here. Look at the world, how it was getting at me that she's in a boundary. See how she's in that egg? The egg of fertility, the egg of life. And then there's the cosmic lemniscate above her head here, that figure 8. So there's boundary issues at play here. And this person is domineering, controlling in the work environment. And it's like it seeps into something else some way, okay? This is where I'm going to leave it before we pick up in the afternoon, in the evening, and in the night readings, okay, guys? I'm going to do completely different spreads. Bottom of the deck card, they're after the pentacle. They're after their own pentacle. The hermit they don't want to appear like they're about the pentacle. They're trying to put the front to you like, oh, I'm just artistic, I'm spiritual, I'm trying to figure myself out. You know, they're totally coming across different. And underneath that, underneath the facade, this is their facade. This is what makes you feel like they're not threatening to you. You feel, see, you're like in the power position here. Your energy is incredibly strong. Far, you don't have to like lie. You don't have to do a certain facade. You're trying to be honest here. You're trying to be honest. You're trying to be strong for yourself. You're trying to do your work. You're trying to clean your side of the street. So you're all groovy. This person has the facade to you that you thought was real. You thought it was sincere. They're actually about the pentacle. They're about acknowledgement for their own worth. They could be jealous of you in the work environment. Whoa. Like this guy. Oh, la 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 la. No. You know, it could be strife, could be just regular old competition, but they're showing up super competitive. Super competitive. They're all about the pentacle. They just want the pentacle, the notoriety. They want that attention. And this is how the conversation goes. This is who they are. You're figuring it out. Whatever this Page of Wands is, you know, it leads to your Tower moment with them. This is taking out the trash. This is taking out the trash. It's a Tower moment for both of you because you love them. Genuinely. You're sentimental about them. You're nostalgic. It's sort of incredible for you to find out that who you've been dealing with this whole time actually was sort of you know, you already know. Okay, 23-minute good morning reading. I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye. Good evening. It's a good thing that I spent longer in the good morning spread because afternoon just wiped out. I had to go to the dentist. Okay, so I'm calling it now the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Someone's not talking. There's something about a scarf, a cursed scarf. There's something about restoring balance, screens, home, going home. I heard go home and then it corrected itself. Then they said come home. Someone alchemizing or really transmuting worry into excitement. So there's these really high, almost like manic highs from stress. Where before they were stressing, and now they're super excited. There's also some songs. There's a lot. There's a lot of downloads between the morning and now. So I don't want to go through all of them. I really want to see what's going to show us the way in the tarot. Okay, guys? Here we go. Oops. Okay. Messages would like to come through regarding this day. Oh, the most important thing. So last night, I dreamt that I woke up within a dream. I woke up and I saw the calendar again and I went, oh, it's August 15th. It really doesn't mean anything to me, so it's yours. Something about August 15th. Also, please keep in mind that this is the first lunar cycle after the eclipse. And remember I said in a previous daily that the feeling I got for that day's channeling was, you know, this perspective of the next 6 months, looking at everything as, okay, well, what's going to end? Remember the angel of death? what's going to end? What's going to, how do I solve the problem by like ending something, to work with the energies to move forward and accomplish, right? So I feel an ending. I feel a pretty big ending this week, sometime this week. Over the next couple, I think 2 weeks, over the next 2 weeks, something might pop on the 15th or around there, and then slowly resolve the last 2 weeks, like the closing out. Okay? But I had to mention something about the first impression I got was overeating. It's the first impression I got. What else? Oh, shoot. Mother of pearl. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I just reach for these cards. Sorry. And then I put this in my hair. Oh, boy. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Justice card. This is really telling. Oh my God. Sorry. Someone is going to use their intuition to set some to balance. This is a bit of an unbalance. Someone, and I don't want to say it's just overeating. This is kind of, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's eat, drink, and be merry. That's the expression that I was looking for. Someone's doing a lot of it's about bringing balance back into the life, okay? This is about the balance. Sorry, obviously I'm distracted by this funny thing in my hair. Okay. That's really what this is about, is bringing balance back into the life from a space of not just independence. It's sort of bigger than that. It's being alone in the world without being lonely. Someone wants to cultivate this balance. Someone wants to bring balance back into the life, but there is a block. There is a block to this. I feel like it's not the block to justice. This justice, the major arcana, is going to bring it in to your doorstep, whether you're ready for it or not. Whether you're planning it, plotting it. It's this part that has to do with you or the other person in this situation. It could be a continuation from that Good Morning spread. I don't feel like it is, though. I feel like this is a different feel to it. Let's get more information. Something should have happened. Something else should have gone. And it kind of sent you on a different... You just took a different road. But that's about to be remedied. It's about to be remedied. It's about to be balanced. Let me put it that way. This is about to be balanced. 9, 10. Ooh. Could be Cupid's arrow. Does not have to be. This is more messages and communications coming through. Could be a lot. Yikes. There is communication coming in very fast. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. It's supposed to be better at focusing, but it's not, is it? Definitely speed. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is also to you, telepathy. It could be an argument, though, as well. You could be sparring verbally with someone else, each of you proving your perspective, proving your point, speaking your mind. And it's very point for point for point, like you spit it back between you two. What is this? Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Queen of Cups. Emotional. Whatever you're doing that's very, let's just use the overeating or the, not even overeating, but like for me, it's eating a lot of sugar because of my teeth. Okay, that's overindulging. You know, getting a bunch of candy bars, and I mean, at my worst, I was going through a couple pounds of candy a week. I had a pound of Smarties, special Smarties, not special Smarties, but, you know, the good Smarties. A pound of that a week with, you know, another pound of chocolate, and then like other stuff here and there. So, you know, that's what it would look like for me. So for you, this could be the bucket of chicken. This could be, it could be drugs. It could be alcohol. But I feel, it doesn't feel like it's really heavy. It doesn't feel like an addiction. It just feels like a little overindulgence. But it's hiding, it's a symptom for something emotional. You're doing this because it's an emotional thing. Okay, so what is it? Okay, let's take a peek at the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Justice card, okay? Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Justice card. What do we need to know about it? Ooh, you're contemplating something that was offered to you, or you are contemplating making a move, a very slow and steady move, but in the right direction. It's interesting that this is coming up with that first card, which is the Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups must be extremely important for you as far as knowing something about yourself. This could be a blind spot for you, so maybe you just didn't know. That would be like me just always being in the dentist's office at night, not knowing why. What's wrong? Why are my teeth just falling apart? You know, I don't understand, as I'm shoveling Smarties and chocolate bars and all the good things in my life, my chocolate chip cookies, chocolate brownies, you know, as just not understanding, not getting it, right? Not connecting. That's called cognitive dissonance. So this is what it's kind of feeling like. Whatever this indulgence is, it has to be clear to you or to someone that is in your environment that this is only a symptom of something else that you're really trying to do, that you're really trying to affect, put it that way. As it relates to the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Justice card, and the Knight of Pentacles, you have to resolve whatever's bothering you for this to move forward. What's bothering you is why you are overindulging, or why you are you just have to bring it to the forefront so you know what it is. Give it a name, call it out, you know. But this is pending. It's something that I feel like it's already yours. I feel like it's already yours, and this is a divine timing sort of thing. Stable. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. That's stable. That's rock solid. That's grounded. There's a grounding influence here, and I feel like it's coming into your life, or you're trying to manifest it for yourself. For some of you, you don't know if you want to get married. Single, indecision, marriage. Well, what's it going to be? What do you say? I do or I don't? What's it going to be? Okay, I just got a whole thing. This could be like bachelorhood or bachelorettehood, where you are just indulging in, you know, champagne, caviar, naughty ladies. And then there's this other influence, but then you're like, you must have met someone, you must have met someone that you like, because you're This is you on your side, on the person, whoever this is their side. Now we're in the love life. This is that that private thought. Like, you wouldn't tell anyone that you're thinking about this maybe, but it, you know, within you, you're like, oh my God, on one hand, I love being single. I love being free. I love having my day. I love doing what I want. I love my privacy. But on the other side, you go, you know what though? If it works, it could be perfect for me. If it's the right one, the right time, the right situation, you know, you're thinking about it. This is that Libran sort of weighing the pros and cons. You're thinking about it. You're still sort of confused though. You're still sort of not really able to see with like complete clarity. So I'm here to tell you that you are serious about it. This would have been a more single type card to reaffirm the Knight of Pentacles, but it came out Nine of Pentacles. Came out Knight of Pentacles, so it affirms the justice. It goes there, okay? Let's go ahead and take a peek at this Ten of Pentacles. Oh, bottom of the deck. And then beneath that, I'm taking, ooh, and then beneath that, oh, that's it too. That's it too. Not that. These right here. Longevity, long-term happiness, wealth, abundance, prosperity, progeny. Thinking about progeny. Behind that we have more stability, the 11-11, the Four of Staves, more commitment, contract, happiness, you know, partnership, something that's like a very strong, stable, solid foundation to build something great upon, like a legacy. Beneath that is your stress and your fear. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I did call it the Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, psychic slip. Okay, sorry. Let me just have fun with this. It's fun. The funnest part about being psychic is testing and watching it work. Okay, guys. So here we have the Eight of Swords. I was going to start with the Five of Pentacles because I saw it first. But we have this Eight of Swords, and this is basically triggering the download I got, you know, hours ago. I'm dealing with someone who compartmentalizes. The good morning spread is for a different part of their life, and this spread is the love life spread. How bizarre. This is so bizarre. Okay. That good morning was very strategy. Like, I felt like that other video I put up, the High Priestess Consigliere, that's what I felt like this morning. And now I'm like the love guru type of, you know. Okay, anyway, I'm not calling myself a love guru. That was a joke, okay? So when I was channeled this earlier today, the message was that you're not talking. You're not talking. They're not talking to you. You're not talking to them. Okay? And I feel like it's both of you. I feel like you both feel sort of left out in the cold, ignored, abandoned, and you both feel like you can't reach out. You're not reaching out to them. They're not reaching out to you because you both feel the exact same way. Thus further proving that you are compatible. Okay, sorry. And then we also have very clear, obvious cards. You're both stressed about this. You both know it's a soulmate. There's longevity, foundation, stability. They're perfect for me in every way, shape, or form. My God, I just want to be with this person. I just want the camera to focus for 5 seconds. Okay. You know that this is the person. You know that this is the one. Okay, I don't want to get too When Harry Met Sally, but it's a When Harry Met Sally moment. Okay, they're the one. But back to you guys not talking. Why aren't you talking? Why? Why do you feel like you can't reach out to them? It's probably a similar or equally silly reason why they feel like they can't talk to you, right? Well, what do we have? Fast, swift communication. Fast, swift communication. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay. So, okay, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and clarify the 8 of staves. That was all just clarifying the 10 of pentacles. So this is rooted, this is like a rest of your life type question. For those of you who are contemplating whether to stay single or tie that knot, baby. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh, that does not even belong in this reading. Okay. Let's move on. Let's clarify the 8 of staves, please. The 8 of staves. The 8 of... I knew it. I knew it. Okay. I knew this was... I should have called it. I didn't write it down, though, because I was, like, carrying stuff, walking back in. Okay. I knew she was going to come out. And here's the thing about when two sides are not talking. This is the thing with this situation, when you're not talking to someone else, or you're both not talking to each other. I don't know if you are the Queen of Swords or if you are the other side. You're either 9 of Cups or you're Queen of Swords. If you are Queen of Swords, let me impart some advice for you. You could have resting bitch face constantly. You could be mistaken for being angry when you are just thinking. Okay. If we're on this vibe, this Queen of Swords vibe, you come across intimidating. You come across, what it feels like is this other person, 9 of Cups, they could be overeating or overindulging or drinking too much, and it's not like it's a problem. It's not like they're an alcoholic. It's just one of those times, you know. They're just stressed out. Don't get too judgy about this. But the reason why they're tweaking out emotionally, this is an emotional issue for them, is because they feel like, the way it feels is like, oh, am I in trouble? Is she going to be mad at me? It's like that. They're afraid of your reaction. They don't know what to expect from you. You're very stony faced, like, okay, just very... They can't read you. They don't know you. They can't get to, or if they know you, they don't know how you're going to react to something like this. They just don't know. So if you're Queen of Swords, I can't help you because I don't know how to look less. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what I can do is explain that maybe you can help. Queen of Swords is only cutthroat when she's not getting the truth. All she's after is the truth. You just give her the truth and everything else will be okay. It's just that no one... Alright, people are afraid to tell me the truth, you know. I get it. But it's more like they don't think I'm going to be angry or blow up, but they don't want me to feel like disappointed. You know, and I feel like that's you. I feel like that's some energy over here because I got channeled her earlier today. And I'm like happy, scooting along in my little, doing my thing, going to the dentist, doing my thing. And so I felt this other presence. And it's in reaction to this sort of energy. And the thing to remember about the Queen of Swords is when you go straight, it'll go straight. When you come to her straight, it'll go straight. I like that. So just do the truth. Just do the truth. You have to trust her that she's responsible and that she is compassionate. She really is. If she understands, it's all in the logic, it's all in the mind. If you can get her to understand your position and not make your case, but just present yourself, not professionally, but just a little bit put together, just kind of know your mind, know how you feel, and even if it's less than that, she'll be compassionate. if it's the truth. Basically, all you have to do is stick with the truth. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you by whichever deity you like best, okay? So this person could do the reaching out for sure, or Nine of Cups could reach out to Queen of Cups, but very, 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 very slowly. But then there's that Knight of Swords. So let's go ahead and clarify. This person, the feminine Queen of Swords, whether you're a male or female, doesn't matter. This personality, this person wants to speak, actually. This is the funny part. And I just saw it. And Nine of Cups is the one that's holding back. That's funny. The one you're afraid of is actually more eager to have a conversation with you than you are. Or vice, take it as it resonates, but there's you're both feeling really crummy not talking to each other. That's the point here. And as far as who crosses the aisle first, Queen of Swords wants to. Nine of Cups does not want to. They're in a spot where they're just sort of like, okay. They have different priorities. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Swords, please. The Knight. Wow. Wow. Oh, but they want her so bad. You want them, they want you. This is action, though. This is real action. There has to be the conversation first. Something about the home. What did I write down about the home? Go home, come home. Someone wants to go home. You both want to go home. This is really home to me. I mean, it's the feminine archetype, but really it feels so like home right now. This union is like the home. It's your Camelot. This has to happen. Has to. So if you are, we'll go ahead and cut for good night, but if you are Nine of Cups, contemplating such a very big decision. You are obviously super stressed. Stressed about losing this connection. Stressed about not talking. Stressed about not expressing yourself. Stressed about not knowing, not expressing how you feel, because you feel very deeply inside. That's the only reason why you would even contemplate marriage or seriousness in the first place. They would have to stir you so deeply, and they do, because they're a soulmate. Okay? What you need to know is that Queen of Swords wants to speak to you. Whatever happened between you two, she wants to know. I say she, but take it as it resonates. So if you're Nine of Cups, the other side will appreciate hearing from you. And she won't lose her cool. She won't be emotionally manipulative at all. It's very much about the right thing being done. And she'll really appreciate that. The fire hose of communication should open. The energies are very auspicious for this. So if you wanted to reach out, it's a good time. Because she will receive you. She'll give you permission. See how she raises her hand? You may rise off your knees to speak to me. She's open and receptive to hearing the truth. She is not open and receptive to hearing lies. All she cares about is the truth. If you come straight, it goes straight. Okay, my dears, I'll see you soon for good night. So, good evening. Toodaloo. What the Queen sees, has seen in her past, and sees in her mind's eye in the future is something beyond what everyone else can comprehend. Good night. Downloads between then and now have really brought me back around to this Queen of Swords. She shows up in the first reading channeling you, and in the second reading channeling this other person in this romantic situation you're in. What's interesting is that you are using that energy with a different situation in your life, and what's being stressed out in your romantic life, what you're stressing about, is about encountering that energy in someone else. Do you see that? I don't know if you know that. If you can see it, this is what I'm here for. I'm your mirror. I show you what's just over your shoulder. So I'm going to use this spread at the end of the day to clarify the Queen of Swords, okay? Because, oh, before I forget, hold on. There was another... Oh, something about the June energy. Something I was channeling in June, that something feels like it'll come up again. I'm not sure what specifically, but it was around, I think, when I was channeling about the spider webs. There was a lot of animal imagery, spider webs, beehives and honeycombs and tigers and tiger eyes. Like I remember it was very heavy with the animal and bug stuff. So something about that, it feels like it's coming up, having to do with the full moon in August for someone. Okay, so we are shuffling to clarify the Queen of Swords. Please. Queen of Swords. What do we need to know about the Queen of Swords? The Eight of Pentacles. See, here's the thing. You have studied life, your life. You have studied and paid such close attention to and have worked so hard at your life. No one knows all of your experiences. How you put them together to form your worldview speaks volumes of your own wisdom, your intellect, your maturity. This is about working really hard, studying really hard. It can be applied to anything, just if you're learning tarot. In this case, it applies to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is wise. The high evolved Queen of Swords is very wise and trustworthy. I thought about it. I thought, man, if someone, when people don't want to like tell me something, or what's the big, let's just have an honest conversation, right? Says the Queen of, guilty Queen of Swords. But the important thing is that you are using this energy in one part of your life. You're being logical, you're being correct, you are utilizing debate. Remember, debate is about what is right. Arguing is about who is right. You are already someone who can think very logically and rationally and who appreciates honesty. Okay? Because that second spread, something's getting away from you where you're sort of suffering because you can't have this conversation with this Queen of Swords. So that's kind of what stuck out to me for you. Okay, so you guys have that in common. What else for this Queen of Swords energy that you are channeling and that you're hesitant? See, oh, there could be distance between you. I mean, you're not talking, so of course there's distance between you. But there could even be physical distance that you want to close. But you know it's them. You know it's them. You know it. You hold the world in your hand. You have this higher perspective, just like the Queen of Swords does. See, you're it's almost like you're afraid to it's like you're afraid to have this conversation because you are afraid that you will encounter your shadow Queen of Swords in this other person. Maybe, you know, biting or critical or cruel or manipulative, or, you know, I think you kind of just fear the worst with this. Okay, so I just want to, for perspective. Okay? But you know it's that, oh, that's what I was going to say. So he's on this, see how he's above, physically above, and he's looking out down below at this land? That's like the Queen of Swords sitting high on the throne, looking out into the landscape. You have this higher perspective. You just have to trust your perspective. You have to trust what you know. Trust your intuition. You and this person are showing a very balance with the roses of desire and the white lilies of pure thought. You're like-minded. Like, I just heard it, like minds, like-mindedness. You're both. You're probably very different. I feel like this could also be a cultural difference. You're either not the same, you know, skin color, hair color, eye color. You don't come from the same country. You don't come from the same language. There's something sort of different about you two, I feel like. I never get that from this card, but I do now. For you. And we have a queen. The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups came out in the last... Oh, this came out on your side. You came up with the Nine of Cups, with the Queen of Cups clarifying the Nine of Cups. This is your intuition. Your intuition tells you it's this person. This is the one. This is the one to talk to. This is the one, you know, that I can approach. This is the, you know. So that's what your intuition is saying. Everything is really pointing to it. I don't know why you're so fearful of this, you know. You're just showing up really stressed out about it, tweaking out. Okay. That's a lot of cards. I can't. There's just too many cards. I'm sorry. But I heard you loud and clear. You want to know what the Queen of Swords is going to... Okay. You want this from their perspective. Okay. Okay. I heard you. I heard you. Okay, let me shuffle a little bit more. We are shuffling. What does the Queen of Swords think about the Watcher? What does the Queen of Swords think about the Watcher? And what will she have to say? Should the Watcher... When I do personal reads, I'm the Oracle, you're the Querent. You're the one who has questions, I'm the one who has answers. What will the Queen of Swords want to say to the Querent? What will the Queen of Swords want to say to the Querent? What's the Queen of Swords' perspective on this? That's what's really stressing you out. You don't know where she's at. You don't know what she's thinking. This is what you're stressed out about. You don't know what she's thinking. You don't know how she feels. You don't know what's going on in their brain. And let me tell you, as your psychic tarot strategist consigliere, Queen of Swords has love on the brain. Okay, it's all peace. It's all goodness. She's not vengeful. She's not resentful. She's not holding on to the past. Think about it. She sits on that throne looking off into the distance with the sword up, with her hand held out. We don't see what she sees. That's for her to know. That's for her to see. The Queen of Swords makes all of her decisions based on what's best for the future. She's the forward-looking queen. Very, very upfront. Very, very upfront as far as the pictograms. You know, here we have the Queen of Cups, who is not really looking at the future. She's not even looking around her. She's on a little inlet island with all this water swirling around her. She doesn't pay any mind. She doesn't pay attention to her throne or anything beyond her feet. She's just looking at the cup. Even you, that first spread, you know, there could always be some sort of betrayal, drama, work sabotage situation happening all around you at any given moment, but you're not thinking about that. You are, but it's not super life and death. What's really getting you in your heart space is the situation with this Queen of Swords person. Male, female, doesn't matter. You must follow your intuition, my dear, because Queen of Swords, for whatever she looks like, whatever he looks like, whatever face they're making, you know, they see the future with you. They look at you, they see this. Happy memories, long life, progeny, prosperity, the rainbow. Remember, this is perfect human love. When you show up straight, you get it straight. It goes good. It's all good. It's all good. Capricorn. Capricorn has something about this where I talk about how Capricorn puts all the ugly up front. We really do. We put all of the bittersweet, the bitter, you know, medicine, I say medicinal, up front. And then it's this. Then it's all, you know, if you can get through that hard, honest reality in the very front end, then the rest is cake. I mean, that's how we are. I'm a Capricorn, super Capricorn, so that's what I have to tell you. You have your own way around this. You have your own thing, okay? But I just want you to really connect with the Queen of Swords inside of yourself. You are looking at the future. Not only does this idea make sense to you rationally, but it makes sense to you intuitively. So what's there left to stress about? What else is on her mind? Queen of Swords, please. What else is on Queen of Swords' mind? How does she feel? Ahem. She's at peace. She's happy. She's balanced. She's protected, actually. She's divinely protected. Half in, half out in the conscious, subconscious. But she's all good, you know? She's totally okay. She's happy. She's balanced. Here she's happy. Here she's balanced. So they're in a good place to receive. You know, if you're worried about upsetting, rocking their boat, disturbing their peace and happiness, you won't. You can't. They're locked in. They're good to go. Okay. And then we'll just do last bit of advice. Is there any last bit of advice that wants to... Okay, I really opened Pandora's box with that last question, didn't I? Advice. What's the last advice that I can leave you with? Don't refuse this opportunity. Don't let this get away from you. Don't let this one go. Don't let it go. Don't be this dude that just refuses something great coming towards him. Don't refuse that holy grail of relationships. I don't see Queen of Swords approaching you. Queen of Swords does want to talk. Queen of Swords would be very open to communication. Open, here's the thing, it's about, what's that word? Resolution, closure. It's about closure, if anything. So don't say no to closure. Came up in your last reading. This might be how you come in. I don't see her getting off the throne. You're more of the Nine of Cups, where you have to kind of balance yourself out a little bit. If that applies. That part might not resonate. I'm reading for different people, so sometimes your energies will come in stronger, and sometimes someone else's energies will come in stronger. But this is pending. This is like, I have a text draft about to send, an email draft about to send. I have an extra key that I made that I've been carrying around with me. Or For some of you, it's a ring that you're carrying around and you don't know like when to pop the question. Oh my God. Oh, is she gonna say yes? Then these two, the Justice and the Three of Staves, mirroring that Two of Staves right next to it. Expect justice is what I just heard. Expect justice for both of you. So you'll both be honest, you'll both be understanding, you'll both be forgiving, you'll both be mature. Intellectual is what they said. It's what you both want. You both have this expectation, and when you both approach each other with this attitude, it goes exceptionally well. And it heals it. On your side, their side, both for you, for you both. It heals, it takes all the swords out. They just fall out, and it's major relief for you because you're stressing about it. You're both stressing about it. You're both feeling so left out that there's no communication between you two. Okay? All right, my dears. That's how the cookie crumbles. The advice, the strongest bit of advice is don't let this opportunity pass you by. Don't let it get away from you. Okay? Follow your intuition. Because Queen of Swords, they're ripe. Ripe for a conversation. Ripe for a talk. Reconciliation. Temperance, reconciliation. Perfect love. Reconciling a perfected human love. Okay, my dears, that's where I leave you. This was great energy work today. I hope you feel amazing. If you'd like to book me with a personal reading, everything is I just remembered the June connection. I channeled the honeycomb. I channeled requeening the hive. Requeening the hive. And look what's on my glass. So the camera just shut off right when I held my queen bee glass to show you. See the bees? This is like my queen bee. Anyway, it's around that time. So go back to those readings. I think, yes, it's actually called requeening the hive. I saw honeycombs like that. It's this excited energy. It's really cool. It's really fun to feel and channel back to you. Okay, guys. So keep that in mind. Remember, whatever you think you're going to encounter with this Queen of Swords, this person, male, female, who's going to just be very like harsh and like, you know, with you and unforgiving. You're afraid of unforgiving. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of shame, guilt. You're all those negative things. No. Queen of Swords is in a really great place. Very forgiving, focused on the future and happiness. Okay. So I really concluded now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. From you, Capricorn. That's why the strength is in the reversed. It literally landed like this, and all I saw was the little lions. They're going to rush back to the future.